following segment of Daytime Buffalo is sponsored by Elder Care Solutions. The Sacred Heart Home Assisted Living through the Brothers of Mercy is helping our senior community live more fully here in Western New York. And I'm joined now by the creator of Purposeful Living, Phil Pullman, with more details. Welcome, Phil. Tell us who you brought in today.
Well, I brought in Shonda. She is the Enrichment Life Director. And then Mandy McDonald, she is the administrator. And, we're really looking at, different places, different facilities, different homes for dementia or assisted living. And not all of them measure up to be the same, but they're going to inform us
more about them. Okay, Mindy and Shonda, tell us more about how long Sacred Heart Home Assisted Living and Memory Care has been open.
So we've been known as Sacred Heart since the 50s, actually. We were previously licensed as an adult home, but then in December 14th, 2020, we moved from the previous building, which was licensed as a standard adult home, over into our new building, which is where we are now. And we enhanced our licensure to become assisted living with enhanced services and memory care services. We had increased our census from 70 in the old building up until 96. So we have 32 memory care special needs units, and then 64 assisted living currently.
Great.
What's interesting about that date is that was right in the middle of the pandemic.
Right.
And we moved 47 residents from the previous building over into our new building on December 14th, which was the first day that the vaccine was given. So during that time, there was no vaccines yet, and it was the highest rate Erie County had been, which is where we're located, of COVID transmission during that week, and we safely transferred 47 residents without one COVID case.
Wow.
Transferred. And the interesting and the most challenging, but yet rewarding part about that was that my team had to do all of the work. Because of the restrictions, we weren't allowed to bring family members in. So we did, that's something I'm very proud of.
Yeah,
We did a very good job.
Absolutely. It just it goes to show how much care you put into your residents and making sure that they truly are so safe. So let's talk more about the unique features and services that you offer to help the quality of your life for residents that are living with dementia.
For the ones living with dementia, we really try to integrate them throughout the whole building. We try to meet them where they are at, and we have a person-centered approach as well. We really want to try to blur the lines of the stigma that goes with Alzheimer's and dementia. One way we're doing that is in the morning, a resident from our memory care unit will do a paper route. So they grab the paper and they deliver it over to our assisted living residents. So they're interacting with them, they're making friendships. So it's really wonderful. And then just throughout the day, we meet them where they are at.
The enrichment activities that you have for residents is something important and goes along with your care. Tell us more about that.
So we really try to do blended activities. We try to integrate. So we're doing activities with assisted living and memory care. And also what we have with the memory care is we have something called the Stellar program. So we have our suns, moons, and stars. So they're split into their cognitive ability. And it's highest, medium, and the lowest functioning. And based on where they land, we're gearing our activities towards them, and that's where we're placing them. So we offer exercise every day, so we keep that movement going. We have trivia, we have current events, so we're exercising their brain as well. We're doing interactive games, we do socials. We also do bus trips out into the community.
Tell us more about that, because you do get to collaborate with community organizations as well as schools to engage your residents, right?
We do. So we've been working very close with Clarence Schools, which is wonderful. So their middle art school, Miss Spielman's class, her art class came in. We did a beautiful watercolor with her students and our residents, and it's hanging up in our memory care lobby, which is beautiful. We had the AP literature class just come in that did life stories with our residents. That was a lot of fun. We had Girl Scouts come in, we've had soccer come in as well, and we've had Clarence Senior Center come in for entertainment for our parties.
Awesome.
That's great.
And they get outside as well. There are some excursions and outside activities that you're able to host during the summer and spring, right?
Yes, it is, and it's right on campus. So we have our summer concerts, so we take them over to the nursing home for that. We have events going on over at Montabaur, so we can take our residents over to that. And we also do scenic rides as well for bus trips, which is nice.
Ice cream socials.
Ice cream socials,
Nice.
yep.
Yeah. What's been the feedback from your residents, and what do they find most convenient and beneficial with living at Sacred Heart?
I would say initially, anybody moving into an assisted living, we find the number one thing initially is that they're relieved that their loved one is safe. There's somebody there 24 hours a day. If they were to fall or they have a need, they know that somebody's within reach. And then what we found is we get a lot of compliments regarding the individualization and the personalization that we do, trying to treat all of our individuals, regardless of whether there's somebody living with dementia or living without dementia. We try to really hone in on what their special, unique needs are or desires, because we recognize very much that every person is different. And if you're not speaking to them and what's important to them, you're not going to have as much success in their quality of life or in medical, mental, all of it. We find very much how that one impacts the other.
Absolutely.
And then the other thing I would say it really makes us stand apart is our campus setting. And one thing that we do at Sacred Heart that a lot of other assisted livings don't initially do is we start having the conversations about what's going to happen when they need a higher level of care or their needs increase. So that way we're not just dealing with that in the middle of the crisis,
right.
And now everybody's overwhelmed and they can't comprehend it and things move very fast. So we try to prep them and give them the education from the beginning so that when those challenging times come, we're really unified together doing it.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for coming in and sharing more about the great work that you're doing with our senior community. And Phil, thank you so much for highlighting them. Viewers,
thank you for having us.
Of course, of course. If you'd like more information on Sacred Heart Home Assisted Living and Memory Care, you can visit the link on your screen or call that number right there as well. This Purposeful Living segment is sponsored by Elder Care Solutions. Thanks again for coming in.